From axe-throwing children to squirt guns, giant babies to shopping malls, and questionable potions to pyramids, this game has it all, so stick around. And welcome to the Co-op Company. Subscribe for all things co-op.
Zombies Ate My Neighbors and its sequel, Ghoul Patrol, were originally released in 1993 and 94. And with their re-release, these two top-down run-and-gun games include over 70 levels, each filled with different neighbors from the pippy cheerleader to the adorable dog. These individuals are all in mortal peril from the monsters in every old horror movie you can think of. This leaves you as either Zeke or Julie to play solo or co-op and rescue them.
The levels are filled with around 20 weapons, as well as a variety of items to collect that will aid you through the game. Different weapons are effective against different monsters, meaning that strategy and experimentation is important. You will learn to freeze those gooey blobs and throw silverware at the werewolves. However, when you are in a pinch, your trusty squirt gun is always an option.
If you're feeling real frisky, you can try downing that strange potion with random effects, or stick to the one that turns you into a massive purple beast ready to demolish everything. We thoroughly enjoyed experimenting with the different items to find out what they did and how they might be useful.
Each of the areas reuse the same textures, but also put you into a large variety of environments to explore. From the pyramids of ancient Egypt, to your local shopping mall, a hedge maze, a library, and more. We found the different maps to be one of our favorite parts of the game, and enjoyed the odd places we found ourselves.
The games both support 1 to 2 players, and we definitely enjoyed playing co-op over solo. However, due to the screen attempting to keep both of you in view, you will need to communicate about where you are going and what you're doing. We also found it harder to maneuver around enemies in co-op, and instead fought side by side, often tag-teaming enemies according to our weapon's effectiveness. While playing with a friend, you will also need to communicate about who will need what weapons and who should pick up the med pack.
While the games are packed to the brim with quirky items, weapons, maps, and enemies, you can definitely tell that they were made over 25 years ago. And despite their re-release, the new features are very minimal, and for the most part external from the games, leaving them as more of an emulation than anything else. The biggest change came in the form of a quick save, which works similarly to a save state. We did find this useful in tandem with the game's original password system.
The biggest issue we had was having no tutorial. Without knowing what buttons to press, it took a while to figure out how to cycle through weapons and items, and we didn't learn how to turn the map on until halfway through the game. We also struggled on occasion to pick up items, and every now and then would get stuck on something while attempting to ditch an enemy. Using passwords could also be frustrating, as it starts you fresh without all of your cool weapons and items. And as you only got a new password every 4 levels, this caused the game to feel a little grindy at times.
Each of the two games can be very difficult, with zombies being a little more so. Your playthrough can vary in length depending on how well you're able to complete levels and how many times you have to restart with that last password or save. Overall, you're looking at around 10 to 15 hours worth of gaming. Depending on how much you enjoy grinding through levels or trying to improve on previous attempts, there is opportunity for replay, but not any specific attraction for us.
While the games are older, we still thoroughly enjoyed them and were impressed with the large variety. The sheer amount of maps, enemies, weapons, and items was impressive. The levels were very enjoyable to play, and discovering their secrets was a thrill. If you are a fan of retro games and playing with a friend, then this is a fantastic one to pick up.
The games are available on Nintendo Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and PC. As always, we've linked it in the description for your convenience. Make sure to subscribe for all things co-op, and to see more co-op game reviews or co-op announcements, click on one of those playlists. We'll see you later.